Welcome to our channel where we bring you the craziest stories from human history, but this isn't one of those videos. This is the most boring day in ancient Rome. So if you're looking for anything exciting or shocking, please leave now. You have been warned. Our story begins like any other day would in the year 80 AD. The sun rises over the horizon, casting its warm glow over the bustling city of Rome. In a small apartment on the second floor of an unremarkable building on a very ordinary street, a Roman man named Lucius wakes up. Lucius, like many other Romans, sleeps in a large room with his wife and children. The room is sparsely furnished with a wooden chest serving as a table, a small clay stove tucked in one corner, and several straw mats spread out on the floor to serve as beds. After stretching and yawning, Lucius gets out of bed, careful not to disturb his sleeping family. He is getting too old for this. He walks over to the window and opens it, letting in the fresh air and the sounds of the city. The marketplace is already bustling with activity. He can hear merchants hawking their wares and the sound of coins being exchanged. Below, a street sweeper is making his rounds, sweeping away the debris and animal dung that is accumulated overnight. Life in the big city. Lucius goes back to his clay stove and starts a small fire. It's time to get the day started. He places a small pot of water on the fire and begins to heat it. When the water reaches a gentle boil, he turns off the fire and washes himself thoroughly. This is a luxury not afforded to the common folk who might only bathe once a week in public baths. But thanks to his job as a clerk in the imperial treasury, Lucius is able to enjoy the comfort of a home bath every morning. While the water cools, he puts on a white linen tunic, a light garment consisting of a single piece of cloth wrapped around the body and secured at the shoulders with a brooch. This is his everyday work clothes, practical and easy to put on. After his bath, it's time to take care of another necessity, the bathroom. Lucius squats over a shallow hole in the corner of the room, relieved that the rain has stopped. Yesterday, his business in the outhouse had coincided with a sudden downpour, and he had to hurry back inside without finishing his, He pulls his toga on over his left shoulder to allow easier access to his backside. To the untrained eye, the toga may look like a heavy blanket draped over the arm, but it is actually quite easy to put on with a little practice. The key is to let the fabric hang over one side while keeping the other side tight. This creates a pocket of sorts that makes it easier to maneuver. Once on the right shoulder, he straightens his tunic and heads out the door. Lucius lives about a 10-minute walk from his office in the Forum, the center of Roman public life. But because he likes to take his time in the morning, it usually takes him closer to 20 minutes. The streets are already coming alive with activity. Shopkeepers are opening their stores, vendors are setting up their stalls, and office workers like Lucius are heading to work. Many of the buildings lining the street have signs hanging from their eaves, advertising the goods or services they offer. A small bakery is offering fresh loaves of bread, a tavern is advertising cheap wine, and a tailor is showing off his latest garments. As he walks, Lucius greets the people he passes by. Some are familiar faces, like the baker he buys his bread from, or the tailor who made his toga. Others are strangers, but in a city of over 1 million people, you never know who you might meet. He nods his head and says hello to everyone who looks back at him. There really isn't much else to say. Most people are in a hurry to get to work or to buy provisions for the day. Small talk would just get in the way. When he gets to work, Lucius finds that his boss, Publius, is already there. Publius is a middle-aged man who has worked in the imperial treasury for many years. He is responsible for overseeing the collection of taxes and making sure that the emperor gets his share of the money. Lucius works under Publius as a clerk, recording the transactions and making sure everything is accounted for. Together, they work to keep the financial wheels of Rome turning. Their days are mostly uneventful. They review ledgers, count coins, and stamp documents. Occasionally, someone important will come in to pay their taxes or to pick up a paycheck. Lucius knows that he'll have to deal with some grumpy tax collectors today, so he brings them some figs to sweeten the mood. Grumpy or not, the tax collectors do their jobs. And when they're done, they head out into the Roman sunshine. Sometime around noon, Lucius and Publius take a break for lunch. They step out of the office and into the Forum, where they join the throngs of people eating and drinking. Publius likes to drink his wine with a little vinegar to give it a little kick. Lucius prefers his straight. They eat their bread with oil and vinegar, a simple meal, but it will hold them over until dinner. After lunch, the two men head back to work. The afternoon is slow and hot, and everyone in the office is ready for a break. But there's work to be done and no time to waste. So they push through the records and account ledgers until their shift is over. The next day, Lucius does the same thing. He wakes up early, washes himself, eats breakfast, goes to work, eats lunch, and comes home. He helps his wife prepare dinner while the children play on the floor. When they are done eating, he spends some time mending his tools, a small table and chair. Then it's back to bed. You see, when you live in a city as big as Rome, there's not much time for excitement. It's the best you can hope for is a nice fig or a cool breeze on a hot day. As for Lucius, he wouldn't have it any other way. So there you have it, a typical day in the life of an average Roman citizen. We hope you enjoyed this relaxing break from the normal crazy history videos we publish. If you liked it, then make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next installment.
Oh, yes.
And we wish you sweet dreams wherever you may be.